Hello and what the heck is up, my Lantians? Thank you so much for clicking onto this video and welcome to the final episode of Fangtober, where I unbox all of my favorite Skeletor dolls. But really, thank you so much if you've watched all the videos. I worked really hard on all of them and I'm very proud of myself for sticking through this. I want to do this again next year, but I don't have that many collector dolls to open so far, so I'm gonna have to find another theme, but I feel like that'd be fun. But anyways, so yeah guys, I want to make this final episode a very big and special one, so I decided that we're gonna open up Deadfast Ghoulia, the 2024 version. Now, this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive in 2024. I think it was the first year I purchased all of the Monster High exclusives. I think I purchased not only this, I also purchased all the Lego sets, or I think the black and white Frankie is the one that came out during San Diego Comic-Con. I love the idea of getting a new Deadfast Ghoulia, this time in a more Marvel-y type of costume, because if you remember what the first Deadfast Ghoulia looked like, I mean, iconic of course, but it was definitely like a side character, side idea that they had, so they didn't really put that much effort into it, not knowing that it was going to be such a big deal. But this time around they gave us a little extra, so I'm really excited to get into it. This is what the box looks like. Apologies for that ring light glare, but really I'm just so excited. This is so cool to me. So the front is very nice. You can see the different type of cardboards that they use. You have a full image of Deadfast Ghoulia speed running, which is really cool. On this side we have a giant Monster High sign in pink, and then, or I guess it's red. Yeah, and then at the top it's the same Monster High logo. This is the front, and we have an image of Ghoulia in her entirety running towards the camera, and then we have an image of Gen 1 Ghoulia and Gen 1 Deadfast, and we have the Deadfast logo at the bottom, which is really nice. Then at the bottom we have the legal stuff, blah blah blah. I love how even if you wanted to keep her in box and you wanted to store her right, I love that the plastic is like shattered, like it's supposed to look like shattered glass, and even then it looks like Ghoulia is like running towards you, and that's why the glass is shattered. So I think the packaging people for this particular doll did so good. Only thing is because of the way that the plastic is kind of molded over time. I mean, I really have not even put this up at all, but you can see that the plastic is actually warping. If you have this doll, let me know, is yours also warping, or am I literally just imagining things? To open it, what you have to do is you slide it open from the side. The actual doll box here, you have a full idea of the Deadfast Ghoulia and all of her little goodies. And guys, this is a really good one. This is a really good one. I'm so excited that I have this doll. Oh my god, I don't want to cry. Oh my god, she just looks so beautiful. She's so pretty. Obviously, I've looked at this doll since I purchased it. It's just that now knowing that I'm going to open her is getting me quite excited. So, I don't know. I think it's this series, Gen 1 is hitting again. So, yeah, my appreciation for her is going to be quite deep, but that's okay. We'll get into it. But as you can see, yes, this is Deadfast Ghoulia in her entirety with all of her accessories splayed out around her, which is very nice. At the top we have another image of Deadfast Ghoulia, and then Monster High Deadfast Ghoulia Yelps. On the other side, as it comes out of the box, you get the little comic book. Ooh, this is my first time taking this out! Okay, so, oh my god. Okay, so it's taped to it, but yeah, it comes with an actual comic book, Deadfast, brain power, sidekick turned superhero. I love that the comic book is in the shape of the composition books, as if Ghoulia kind of drew it herself, which I think is the case. This is the first time I ever opened this. gorgeous. That's just so fun. That's just so well thought out. And on the side here, you have the Deadfast Ghoulia Yelps logo once again with Monster High as if it's ripping through the box. And then on the back, you get a full idea of all the illustrations kind of together. So first of all, we have all these beautiful artworks by Darko Dark himself. A supersonic sighting caused quite the stir at Necrocon this year. Vision in red and black zipped through the convention at warp speed. The electric blue hair flowing behind her and energy crackling across the glossy fabric of her supersuit. The masked crusader's gloved hands were a blur of motion, and her aerodynamic boots hardly touched the ground. Excited rumors spread like monster fire, all coming to the same conclusion. She is none other than Deadfast in the rather zombie-like flesh. The crime-fighting legend has been resurrected. Oh, what a good tribute, guys. Oh my god. I love that they talked about the fact that she has come back, and I think that's what happens in the comic book. I flipped through them for you guys, so y'all are gonna have to let me know. Yeah, guys, okay, so that is the box. I'm gonna go ahead and finally take her out, and we're gonna take a closer look at her and everything she comes with. Okay guys, so this is what Deadfast Ghoulia looks like out of the box with all of her accessories as well. First things first that I'd like to say is that, well, first of all, she's gorgeous, but also the unboxing experience was a little sad. I was kind of planning on like reboxing her after whenever I'm done displaying her, like I could just like put her back in the box the same way that she should, but due to some factors I had to cut some of the ties, such as the hair, and there are some ties that are in like some of the loops in the actual doll stand. Other than that, she's gorgeous. She's incredible. She's amazing. I'm so happy I have her. So first of all, we have a small little baby version of the actual comic book that we get with this doll, and we get some of the iconic parts such as her gearing up and her full in a standing position, and it's the exact same outside as the big one. She does come with this little tote bag, which is so Comic-Con of her. If you're someone that goes to these conventions or like any other comic book conventions, you know the importance of a tote bag. And I love, it's like fully printed with Deadfast on it, and it's the same one on the other side, and it has these little ribbons for little handles, and it does actually fit everything in here, including the action figure that the Ghoulia comes with. I think this is an exact replica of the first version. Please tell me if I'm wrong. It's just such good quality. So you have the little figurine in the exact same pose she was in your doll box, that if you were to receive her then. It says Deadfast at the top, and then on the back you get some actual information and some like legal stuff, and you actually get a little Mattel logo, which is really cool. Yeah, it just feels so true to life and very grounded, and also still campy in a way. So I really like this accessory, and because of how it's constructed, it's super easy to take the action figure out, and you get your own little Deadfast action figure that you can get Ghoulia to play with, or you can use to display. And next, she does actually come with this little badge that if you, once again, if you're someone who goes to these comic book conventions, you know that every single time you get one and you don't know where to put it afterwards, so now you just have an entire pile of these badges for every Comic-Con that you go to. Actually really hard to see, but there are some interesting prints on there. You have a Monster High logo, you got like an eyeball, you got a heart that is all brainy looking, and it says Ghoulia Yelps. Just wish that this was printed on a little bit better, just because I can't actually decipher what's on here, but otherwise you kind of get an idea of what it is, so I'm not complaining too hard because this is still a really cool accessory. And last but not least, before we get into the actual doll, I want to show you guys the doll stand that Ghoulia comes with, and this is arguably maybe the best piece of this entire set, aside from the doll, of course. But yeah, this is what the stand looks like. So the stand is the regular Monster High stand. It's not fully black, it's like a little bit opaque, to kind of match with the base, which is brains, which is really cool. And then at the front here, you got a little Deadfast logo, I guess. It's actually connected to the base of the stand, which is really cool. I will say though, it's quite loose and it's pretty easy to fall off. Definitely glue this onto the stand because otherwise you're gonna lose it. But otherwise, it's really nice and it's really cool. I really like that they did the stand like this because I thought that was really fun. And then of course, we can't forget the electricity that's kind of going on here. I wonder if there's like any hidden patterns that I'm missing, but from what I can tell, it's kind of just like electricity and like electric bolts, because you know she's the speedster. So that's really fun. I really like that. And then I think it's all coming out of this little circle piece. Yeah, so I really like that. Hey guys, okay, and then let's get into the doll herself. So this is what you get when you open up your Deadfast Ghoulia. And of course, I am one to say that I love this doll. Did pay full price for her. I do not regret it. Do I remember how much it was? Absolutely not, because I was kind of just like, oh, I'm for sure buying this, so I'm just going to bloop bloop. Let's get into this. So she does have the long blue hair, and it's made of this really, really soft saran, and as you can see, the entirety of it is fully crimped. You got some good dimension in the hair there. I just think that was such a good addition, because like, if you remember the first version of Deadfast Ghoulia, it was just straight hair. Nothing wrong with that, but this definitely makes it feel a lot more special, and it is braided to the side there, because for some reason Monster High loves a side part. And then she does have the classic gray skin. She's wearing the eye mask over her eyeballs. I wonder if I can move it up. Yes, thank God. Okay. Oh yeah. It has a pretty intense eyeshadow moment. So she's got this gray on the outer side to kind of make it feel more sunken in, and then she's got a red on top and a blue on the bottom to kind of represent Deadfast, which is really cool. And of course we have the blue eyes, and then to match she's got these, I can't even say silver, it's like more like, maybe it is silver and like the lighting is just making it seem weird, but it's like just slightly brown, maybe even coppery. But I really like how the lips look with the eye makeup. I think that's really, really cute. And then she's got her classic zipper earrings. This time they're a Deadfast red, obviously to match with the costume. And speaking of the costume, getting into it, so we have this whole red choker piece, kind of give this illusion of like a turtleneck, but it's drippy, so it's kind of dripping off as if like her head was like slit or something, which is really cool. It's kind of just like a necklace, so I wonder if I can just like remove it. Yeah, so that like was not difficult at all. The neck, as you can see at the top here, it's just a slit open just for the neck here, and then everything else is connected by a Velcro on the back. The costume is very much Marvel vibes. What do they call it? The paneling. There's paneling all over it. There's the real green and white stitching on the sides for contrast, and you can see all the little darts of blue and the little red pieces as well. And you can see that we do get these little panels on each shoulder to kind of give this illusion of like shoulder pads. And you can see the green contrast stitching, which is really cool. And even on the back, all the details are still going on. You got that like microfiber type of print on top of it all. It is fully made out of pleather. It is a full pleather costume. I do not recommend doing any like crazy poses, because I know for a damn fact in like 10 years or so this is gonna start chipping, so be careful with that. So on the top here, she does have this little harness that is connected through the front, goes over her shoulders like straps. You all saw on the back, it is like a holster type of situation. I really like the idea. I think even the execution is really good. I just think it's interesting that they decided to add this. Yeah, and even the little clip has a little buckle. And then of course you can see the Deadfast belt on her hand. She's got these little red gloves. They are made out of pleather as well, and they're actually separate to the body, as you can see. So you can actually remove it and take it off. I was kind of expecting them to do like a Toralei type of situation where they literally print it onto the hand, but I really like the fact that they did it separate, kind of like that, with actual material. It really makes it feel more luxe and more interesting. Gosh, okay, so here are the boots. They did crazy style with the boots. So at the front here, you have this like strip in the middle here, and I love that it's actually meant to look like a ribcage. So this is the spine up here, and then it's like a ribcage on the side. And then on the back, you can see that the jumpsuit goes all the way to the ankle. And then you've got these little wing motif that's very, is it Hermes of them? Which does also represent pretty well with the idea of a speedster. You can see all the little sculpted in stitching, which is really cool. And on the heel here, you have actual Deadfast, like the figurine of Deadfast, but like as a heel, and he's like painted in as well. Now, don't tell me Monster High don't care sometimes, because this is crazy. The final thoughts that I have for Deadfast Ghoulia: she does have the regular Monster High body, so she does have the regular articulation as you would expect. The only downsides to the actual doll, I think, also because of the way she was displayed in the box, some of her joints are kind of warped when you take her out. So this leg in particular is kind of bent outwards, and so is this arm as well. So that's something that could irk you a little bit. Watch out for that, but of course there are easy ways to get rid of that situation. But otherwise, I love this doll so much. I just feel like there was a lot of thought, a lot of love that was put into this design. The packaging as well, even the presentation, you can feel the effort that was put into this product, and which is like something that's hard to say about Mattel sometimes, but I feel like this time around they really just like hit all the right marks for me, I think. And I love that there is play value in this as well, despite it being a collector's item. Like, you can have her as a superhero, you can display her as a superhero, or you can display her as Ghoulia Yelps attending NecroCon as a fan of Deadfast, which I think is so fun and just so beautiful in my opinion. And this was such a good way to end my first ever series on this channel. This is kind of like a full circle moment for me. Like, this is a blast from the past, like a tribute to the original Deadfast. So yeah, this is a doll that's gonna be very special for me. This one is in my forever collection for sure. Let me know what y'all think about her. Let me know what you thought about this series. Did you watch my videos? Did you have fun? Do you like my channel? Hit me up in the links in my description, and I'll see you guys next Halloween season. See y'all on the flip side. Bye-bye.